Hey there DevChamp. This is the second time we are sitting together to discuss Relational Database Management System. Previously we compared the Relational Database Management System and Non-Relational Database Management System. If you have missed it out, watch the video by clicking on the link above. Link is also available in the description below. In this video, we shall discuss: what is a table in Relational Database Management System? What is a key in RDBMS? What are the different types of keys in RDBMS and when are they used? So let's do this. Well, let's try to answer our first question. What is a table in Relational Database Management System? A table is an object which stores data in a database. A collection of multiple tables forms a database, and all those tables are connected through keys, which is why it is called a relational database. There are multiple types of keys used to perform various tasks in a database, which we shall discuss shortly. A table stores data in the form of rows and columns. Row is also known as tuple, where the term attribute is used for a column. And a table is also called relation. Now, for example, we need to store some data of the students, such as their name, father name, CNIC number, and student ID. So, first we shall need to create a table, student data, and define appropriate columns to save the required information or data. Based on the data we need to save, let's create a table named as students_data, and have a column for name, then one for father name, one for CNIC, and one for student ID. Now, let's save some data in the table. Let's say we have a student named Joe, having father name Smith, CNIC as 678345, and student ID as 1. For a second student's having name as Liam, having father name as Nelson, CNIC as 123456, and student ID as 2. So, these two students are now present as two rows of data inside a table named as students_data. Similarly, there are usually multiple tables inside a database, and we need keys to connect tables together. So let's move to the chapter of keys. To put it simply, a key in a RDBMS is column or set of columns which can uniquely identify a row in a table. There are multiple types of keys, such as super key, primary key, candidate key, alternate key or secondary key, foreign key, composite key, compound key, and surrogate key. All of these keys are used under certain situations, so let's review them one by one. First one is the super key. A super key is the group of single or multiple keys which can uniquely identify a row inside a table. All the type of keys, which we shall discuss next, will be a super key by default. Next is the most famous and most commonly used key, known as primary key. A primary key can consist of a single or multiple columns of a table to uniquely identify a row of the table. And it cannot contain null or duplicate value. Such as, in the example of table, students_data, we just discussed, student ID can be a primary key as it can uniquely identify a student. Although, it's not compulsory for a primary key to consist of a single column, but it is preferred. A table can only have one primary key, but there can be multiple columns, which are capable of uniquely identifying a table, which takes us to our next type of key. Candidate key, which is a set of columns which can uniquely identify a row in a table, such as in our example. Student ID, CNIC, student name with father name and CNIC, or student name with student ID, etc. Can all be candidate keys, but you should be using the key which contains lowest number of columns, such as student ID, or CNIC in our case. Now moving towards fourth type of key, which is alternate key or secondary key. All those candidate keys which are not selected as primary key are classified as alternate key or secondary key. For example, if we choose student ID as our primary key in the example under discussion, then CNIC, student name with father name and CNIC, or student name with student ID, etc. All are now alternate key or secondary key. Fifth type of key is the foreign key. As the name specifies, it is a key which is used to combine different tables together based on value of some column. For example, we need to store batch detail of a student in student_data table. Whereas batch_data is another table present in the database containing batch_ID and batch_name columns, whereas batch_ID is the primary key. So we need to create another column in our student_data table. Let's name it B_ID. Then we shall refer batch_ID from batch_data table to B_ID in student data table. Now in student_data table, B_ID is a foreign key which is referring to a candidate key in batch_data table. Sixth type of key is the composite key. A composite key is the combination of two or more columns that can uniquely identify a row in the table, such as student name with father name and CNIC, or student name with student ID, etc. Whereas those columns individually may not be unique. There is a possibility that in some tables, one column is not capable of uniquely identifying a row, so their composite keys come in handy. Seventh type of key is the compound key. A compound key is the type of key which uniquely identifies a row in the table, using multiple columns. But it differs from composite key, in the sense that the columns in compound key are the ones who are referred as foreign keys in the table under discussion, i.e. primary keys of some other tables. Eighth type of key is surrogate key. A surrogate key is the type of key which is defined artificially in a table so that it can identify a row uniquely. It comes in handy at the times when data doesn't have a natural primary key, such as a column, serial_num, or ID, in a table which is kept as auto-increment column and can uniquely identify a row. So, this was it regarding tables and types of different keys used in RDBMS. If you have any questions, please post them in comments below, and I shall try to answer them as quickly as possible. Stay connected and follow the series as we dig deeper and discuss different types of constraints or limitations in RDBMS on different columns of a table, and different ways to join the tables together, in next lecture. If you like the video, care subscribing the channel so that you can follow the upcoming videos and share it with your colleagues, which you think can use the help we are trying to provide here. Cheers!